Okay, good morning guys. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So I've done a couple nursing videos on my channel before and it seems like you guys really like those. So I have another one for you guys. So this one, as you can tell by the title, 10 things you need to know as a new nurse. So I have about three years of experience coming out of college, being a real nurse, on the floor. I am a NICU nurse, for anyone who's wondering. So I just wrote down a couple things on my phone to kind of just talk about, and things that I would find helpful if I was just coming out of school, or things that I've learned so far as a nurse. So let's get into it. The first thing, nothing like clinical. So with clinical, you aren't legally allowed to do that much. You can give meds, you can help out your nurse, but it's a totally different feeling when you're in clinical. You have that nurse there pretty much doing a lot for you. You have your other classmates there, you have your teacher, your professor there. It's a lot different when you're the sole caregiver. You have all the responsibility. Everything's riding on your license. I know that sounds scary, but it definitely is a way different feeling. Like, I was like, this is nothing like clinical the first couple of weeks I was on the floor. And no one really tells you that. You just kind of assume like, oh, I'm in the hospital during clinical, it's gonna be similar when I become a real nurse, and I'm on my own. But it's just a completely different feeling. Don't let that scare you. I mean, it's exciting. You have your own license, you passed the NCLEX, congratulations. But just keep that in mind. Don't have the same expectations. Another thing, don't be afraid to ask questions. Fortunately enough, I was on a unit where I did a summer nurse tech program, so I was familiar with the people who worked on the floor. I was more comfortable because I knew them coming back as an actual nurse. But don't be afraid to ask questions. When you first get on orientation, you'll have preceptors. Lean on them if you feel more comfortable, or find a nurse that you just feel more comfortable with and just ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You're new, you're expected not to know that much, and so just don't be afraid to ask questions. So kind of going off, find an older nurse that you feel comfortable asking or just getting advice about stuff. So that kind of goes off asking questions, but not only asking questions about like nurse related things. If just like the transition from college life to adult life to having a job to being an actual nurse, like I said, is a lot different from school. So if you have any questions, not even nurse related, just like about the transition, like how you work your schedule, just find like a mentor if your program doesn't assign you one, so that any questions that you have adjusting to the nurse life, you can just ask them and have that person there for you. Another thing, trust your gut. So as a new nurse, you don't know, like every patient is different. You haven't seen a lot, so you don't sometimes know like this leads to this, which leads to that. So if you just see something wrong, tell someone, and odds are they can help you figure out what that means, or if like you should go tell a doctor, or just go ahead and tell a doctor if you're really that concerned, and they can order further labs, order further testing. But if you don't tell anyone, then that's when you could run into trouble. So just tell someone if you think something's off, abnormal, but you don't know why or what's causing it. Just tell someone so that it's out in the open and someone can do something about it. Another thing, I see this a lot with nurses on our floor, my floor that I work on. You have to learn to delegate. As a new nurse, you don't want to delegate just because you're like, oh, if I delegate, it's like I can't handle it, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I don't know, I feel like there's a stigma about asking for help. On our floor we have techs, you have the charge nurse, you have a bunch of resources, so don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask older nurses who have been there. Just don't be afraid to delegate. Ask for help if you're running behind, if you can't get to one patient. Ask someone to just go get the vital signs or do something to just help you. For us, I work on a NICU, as I said, so feeding a baby, like ask someone to feed a baby for you. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean you're a bad nurse. So that's a big thing for new nurses. Another thing, find that work-life balance. So as a new nurse, again, I feel like you feel obligated to kind of just like always help out. You're like new, so you're eager to like help out, help the unit, but find that work-life balance. It's really, really important. For nurses, it's kind of hard. You know, you work only 3 days a week, but you kind of work all over the place. You don't always work the same hours as your friends, so sometimes it's hard to plan. So take that time for yourself. Even if you're not hanging out with friends, take that time to just, you know, catch up on laundry, clean your apartment, relax, like set a candle, like take a bath, do something that kind of resets you so that, one, you don't burn out, and two, that you're not going crazy. Nursing is exhausting. Let's like just get that out in the open. It's exhausting mentally, physically. So you really need that time to just like take for yourself, take a breather, and reset before you come back to work. The next thing, find a hobby so your life isn't all nursing. So this is my hobby, as you guys can tell. It really, although I am talking about nursing right now, the creative outlet for me is super important. So find something, whether that's an exercise class, whether that's art, whether like whatever you want it to be, just like to get your mind off nursing. And again, that will help you with your work-life balance. It's just something fun, get your mind off of nursing, the drama, the exhaustion, because I know a lot of nurses, when they hang out together, all they do is talk about work. Stop talking about work. Talk about work at work, outside of work. Enjoy your life, just relax. I know it's fall, so go do fall festivities. It's the holiday season coming up. Go do something Christmassy. I don't know, carve a pumpkin, Thanksgiving, test some meals. Just do something outside of talking about nursing. Okay, so the next thing is figure out a good routine for yourself. Whether you're on nights or days, everyone kind of has a routine. You work 12-hour shifts, you're not used to that. I know some clinicals do have you work 12-hour shifts, but if not, it's a new thing for you. 12 hours is a long time. So whether that's you're working day shift, you like to wake up an hour early, you like to have your sleep, only wake up 15 minutes early, you don't eat in the morning, you eat breakfast in the morning. Figure a routine at work. When do you want to take your snack breaks? It's super important to stay hydrated and eat a lot of food while you're at work, because you are running around for those 12 hours. So figure out, do you like to eat, you know, around noon or 1, or do you like to eat late, like 3 or 4? When you get home, do you eat dinner still? Do you not eat dinner still? So for me, my routine is kind of, I do have to eat something right when I wake up, just because if not, I feel a little faint. So I eat something, I eat a snack even at like 10, and then I try to eat lunch around like 1:30. Sometimes, you know, you're super busy and you have to eat at 4 late, and that's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. And for night shift, I like to stay up as much as I can the night before, sleep in till whenever. I'll go to the gym or try to exercise during the day and then take a nap. I'll exercise during the day and then take a nap, and head to night shift. I pack a lunch same as I would during day shift. It just depends on how hungry I am overnight. But that's kind of my routine. Find a routine for yourself, find something that works for you, but also make sure you do get your breaks when you're at work. Another thing, have fun and remember why you wanted to become a nurse. You're gonna have those tough days, emotional days, like you're working and saving someone's life every day. It's tough, like I mentioned before. So when you do feel exhausted, you know, maybe feeling burnt out, remember why you became a nurse. Just remember the simplicity of it and bring it back to that, just because that's kind of helpful to like change your perspective, especially if you're getting overwhelmed, because it's a lot. So that's kind of been helpful for me. Lately I've been feeling kind of down about work, not excited, and just kind of reminding myself why I wanted to become a nurse. You know, I'm saving someone's life every day, helping someone, making a huge difference in their life, and that's really, really special. And then last but not least, just try to learn something new every day. Like I said, you're coming on new, you don't know that much in the clinical setting. So just go ask, like I said before, go ask questions, go up to patients that you don't have but someone else has that you've never seen before. Sometimes you'll feel like you don't know anything, and that's okay. You're not alone. Like, it takes years and years to become a great nurse, just because you haven't seen that much. You don't have that experience, and that's okay. So just try to learn something every day. Have fun. Congratulations on becoming a new nurse, and that's pretty much all I had for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to do more nursing videos, comment down below what kind. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm planning to do another nursing video about you know, how to pick a school for nursing, or how to even choose nursing as a occupation. So if you guys want to tune in for that, hit that bell so you get the notification. And I do like talking about nursing, so I will continue with these videos. Just let me know what kind, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.